Alright, we should be live here on YouTube for the Martinsville NASCAR Truck Series race here. Welcome on in, everybody. Hopefully, everybody's excited. I know I certainly am. And yeah, there we go. Everything should be all good to go. I know I scheduled it for a minute or two out, but I got everything done a little bit early, so we are here and live. I got the audio channels. Looks like everything's working just fine. And yeah, we are here and ready for this one. So hopefully you guys are excited. I know I certainly am. Alright, let's see. Just double checking some stuff, getting things set up. Alright, we're chilling out here again. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. If you guys are, of course, hit the like button and subscribe. A little bit of a different background today. Yeah. Just not able to use my normal scene. We'll talk about that in a bit. Alright, I want to figure out what that blue line there is. Give me a second, guys. Alright, there we go. Alright, and we are here and ready for this one. Welcome on in, everybody. Again, hopefully you guys are excited. I know I certainly am. But, yeah, so, quick aside about why I'm not in my normal studio, since I'm sure at least some of my regular viewers probably have noticed at this point that this is not my normal studio. Yeah, we had a little bit of a flooding issue, and by a little bit I mean 433 gallons worth. So yeah, we are currently in my dad's office for the time being, and yeah, we'll be here for the foreseeable future at the moment. So yeah, you guys will unfortunately be getting very used to this room here pretty soon. And also, while we're doing this, it'll be hard for me to have any kind of guest just because this space is not really that well built for a second person to just come sliding in here. It's a very cramped area, so that's part of why we don't have a guest here tonight. We don't have Robert. We don't have my dad here for any of the football stuff or the NASCAR stuff this week. So, yep, but we are getting ready. Also, the screen is over here. Again, temporary solution. But, yeah. So, we will be getting ready for this one, though. Everything looks to be going good, and we are here and ready for this one. So, again, welcome on in, everybody. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. If you guys are, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new. Also, let me know in the chat who you guys think the winner of this race is gonna be. The drivers are in their cars and getting ready for the engines to fire. They are going through the starting grid already, and yeah, we will be getting ready to go. All right, there we go. All right. So we got 6 people hanging out in chat. Let's go ahead and put up a quick. Let's go ahead and put up a stage 1 poll. I haven't looked at the truck points recently, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do. on in, everybody. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Again, let me know if the audio levels are good. Again, just set this studio up literally on the fly, so everything on my end looked good, but I want to make sure that you guys are, everything's looking good on your guys' end as well. So, let me know. Oh yeah. There we go. Almost forgot one of the most important options. And there we go. There is the poll for the start of stage 1. Again, we'll go ahead and just do who we think is going to win it. It's a short 50-lap stage here. And, the trucks are, some of the trucks are still covered up. That seems weird. We should be getting ready to go racing here shortly. There was no weather in the forecast. Otherwise, I would have had rain delay content ready. Oh, maybe those are backup trucks because the rest of the trucks are over there. But yeah, so they're talking right now with the crew chief of the 19, and yep, there we go. The trucks are rolling, and we are going to be they're going to be onto the racetrack here momentarily. So, welcome on in, everybody, and yeah, should be a good one. Alright, so here we go. They got Tyler Ankrum rolling out onto the track. We also got, I'll just go ahead and run through the quick starting grid for you guys. We got Eckes. Eckes on the pole. Majeski second. Taylor Gray third. Fourth, Nick Sanchez. Fifth, Lane Riggs, the playoff dominator of the non-playoff drivers. Ben Rhodes sixth. 7th, Corey Heim. 8th will be Chase Purdy. 9th, Caden Honeycutt. And rounding out your top 10 starters here tonight will be Jack Wood. So again, that is your top 10 starters. Let me go ahead and get another leaderboard up so I can actually scroll up and down to hopefully be able to give you guys more variety in what drivers I can actually see the positions of. There we go. So, Rajah Caruth, 11th. 12th is William Sawalich. 13th will be Johnny Sauter driving the number 66 truck. Was originally scheduled to be Connor Jones, who got suspended after his antics in the truck race, and leading to Matt Mills being hospitalized for 2 days. Matt Mills was able to return home the third day after the race. I believe that was either Monday or Tuesday. He was able to get home, and he is here and in the Truck Series field here tonight as well. Landon Lewis in the number 16 truck, and rounding out your top 15 will be Tanner Gray driving car number 15 or truck number 15. But yeah, then we've got Matt Crafton 16th, 17th Dean Thompson, 18th is going to be Daniel Dye. 19th, Timmy Hill, and rounding our top 20 is going to be Stuart Friesen in the Halimar Friesen Racing truck. Other notable starters, you got Matt Mills, as I mentioned, in 21st. Tyler Ankrum in 23rd, driving the number 18. Connor Zilich in the Connor Zilich driving the number 7, and Brett Moffitt in the 4. Okay, not sure what team the 4 is at this point, but Connor Zilich is in the number 7 for Spire. Brett Moffitt is in the number 4 truck. Then we've got Corey Day in the 81. And Grant Infinger all the way back in 33rd will be the last of the playoff drivers on the starting grid. And that should be our starting lineup here for the race. So there we go. Hopefully you guys are excited. I know I certainly am. And there we go. Alright, so yeah, we are just chilling out. And again, getting ready for the race. The trucks are rolling. They're starting to get doubled up. And yeah, we should be seeing trucks on track racing here momentarily. Oh no, maybe they aren't doubled up. I thought they were already doubled up, but no. Looks like maybe the front two had already doubled up early, and then decided to get back to single file racing here. But yep, they have decided to go single file, and I believe they might not have even done the pass through on pit road yet. So we may be here for a minute, which gives me a chance to go ahead and talk about the gaming channel and Twitter. So first off, I'll just go ahead and mention links to all this is in the description. Over on Twitter, I post a daily NASCAR Immaculate Grid where you have a grid of 9 squares and you try and fit a different NASCAR driver into each one of the grid spots. So, it's a pretty fun game. You guys seem to have been liking it over on Twitter, so I've been continuing to make them every single day. Today's one was actually a pretty fun one, just off of the fact that it isn't exactly the hardest thing in the world, but there are a couple squares that are tricky, but leaves plenty of options for people to have different solves, so curious to see how some of those end up. Also, over on the gaming channel, again, I had intended on having some videos released both yesterday, both over the last couple of days as the ranked season came to an end. I do have multiple videos to upload. But they are going to be delayed just due to that. So, due to having to deal with the flooding issue. So, expect some delays there. But, yep. There we go. They're showing off something of the replay from 2 weeks ago when Grant Enfinger was able to win at Talladega and get himself into the Championship 4. And then, obviously, last week, Grant Enfinger doubles down, gets his win at Miami, and extra secures his spot in the Championship 4. Now no one can go ahead and say, oh, well, he was just he's a plate racing merchant where he got the spot basically only off the playoff, or off the spot in terms of, he only got to the spot he's at because of the plate race in the round 8, which I still think that's a bit of a gimmick, but again, ultimately, it wasn't a super out of nowhere driver that was able to get the win, so I think it's fine, but there we go. And again, we are here and ready for this one. All right, we are also at 2737 over on the subscriber count, heading towards that big 3K number, hopefully by the end of the year. We are starting the second to last month of the year, so it's going to be a little bit of an uphill climb, but we do have plenty of, we got some big NASCAR streams coming up. We got only 5 more streams on the year, so here we go. Doubled up, paced cars off, and they are going to be going racing here momentarily as they go green, green, green. Green flag is out, and they are racing here at Martinsville Speedway. Christianeckes to the lead, and the battle is going to be for second as the drivers on the bottom there, Taylor Gray and others, are going to try and fill the bottoms. The spots on the bottom line. Meanwhile, the drivers on the top kind of going to be a little bit out to dry here early on. Ty Majeski able to outdrive Taylor Gray off the corner. Nick Sanchez now the lone driver on that outside line as Majeski moves down. But Taylor Gray on the straightaway is the only driver on the bottom there, which allowed Nick Sanchez to find his way around, and now Taylor Gray is just getting freight trained on the bottom, which is a little bit of a rare thing to see at Martinsville. And especially in the corners, you definitely don't want to be on the top, but if you can carry the momentum off the top and head down those straightaways with some real speed, certainly not something to certainly not something to take for granted. And again, because Grant Enfinger won both races, we only have one driver so far locked into the Championship 4 for the NASCAR Truck Series, which means there are still 3 spots available, and we've got 5, 6. Actually, we are up to, I think, what is that? We got 6 different playoff drivers all inside the top 10 right now. Eckes, Majeski, Sanchez, Taylor Gray, Corey Heim, and Rajah Caruth have all jumped up into the top 10 here early in the going. And let me go ahead and pull up the Actually, I can pull live standings right there. So yeah, so right now Corey Heim, Christianeckes, and Majeski would be the 3 drivers going to Phoenix, along with Grant Enfinger. We'll have to wait and see if any other drivers end up joining them. But as of right now, those are the drivers that would be going to Phoenix with a shot at the championship here. As we're starting to settle into a little bit of a run here. Again, 7 laps in. Yeah, Stuart Friesen starting to work his way through the field. Nice to see, considering, again, we haven't seen a whole lot of race-winning type speed from him, despite being a former race winner. So maybe this will be a track for him to maybe turn it around. A little late in the season to be trying to turn it around, but hey, every bit counts. And hey, if he can maybe find a way to win one of these last 2 races, that could be a pretty good season still for Friesen. Considering the fact that every win matters. And here we go. Oh, wow. Connor Mozak making a move to the bottom of the number 41 of Bailey Curry there. And yeah, they are working their way through this one. Bailey Curry gets past, and now he's staring down another Nice Motorsports truck here. So there we go. Definitely want to try and make sure I can have chat up somewhere while I'm taking a look at other stuff. But there we go. Alright, so yeah, right now though, Ankrum's still back in the 30s on the positions. I did see Grant Enfinger starting to make some runs. Now, granted, Grant does not need to worry about starting being the worst of the playoff drivers to start the race, as he is locked in. Ankrum, though, is a driver who cannot afford to not be, realistically, he can't afford to not be inside the top 5. He needs to be top 5 all night long, or he's going to be in a must-win. If he isn't already, I'd have to do the math to see exactly where he's at. I think he's 70 points out, which would put him must-win. So, Tyler Ankrum's a must-win regardless. Sanchez, I think, is a must-win regardless. Rajah Ruth and Taylor Gray is where I would say it starts to become maybe feasible for a non-winning you're in, but I think for the most part it's going to be about winning you're in, and then the other 3 spots will be filled by, or the other 2 spots would be filled by Heim and Eckes. Now, if we do have a surprise winner, actually, the battle between Eckes and Majeski could be an interesting one if Eckes does have any sort of issue here early in the race. But here we go, the 18 making contact with the back bumper of the 81 as they're trying to open up that door here in the early on in the race. That's the HendrickCars.com car of Corey Day. Yeah, a driver who Hendrick has been sponsoring all the way through the ladder. Would not be shocked to see him in a junior motorsports car here in a couple of years. I would say he should probably spend a year or 2 in trucks for sure before we start talking about Xfinity Series. And I don't even know how old he is in terms of potentially even being able to run the full Truck Series schedule next year with the super speedways. But I would certainly like to see him in the Truck Series full time. Maybe rack up a championship or 2 on his way before he makes his way to the Truck Series, or before he makes his way to the Xfinity Series. But that kid's got some talent, and I'm certainly looking forward to seeing him race. So there we go. And they're, oh, nope, I thought they were getting ready to go to commercial break, but nope. And, yeah, right now, though, Eckes has pulled himself to a 2.5 lead, which, while not much, every little bit counts. And, oh, yep, there we go. Now they're going to their commercial break. And, yeah, we will be, yeah, so they will be back in a moment. But, yeah, right now, though, just kind of looking at some, drivers also. If you guys have a favorite driver you guys like me to go ahead and follow up on throughout the race, feel free to let me know, and I can go ahead and definitely make sure of that. Just going to kind of look through the thing, see if there's any drivers that I didn't give fair credit to earlier that have been doing well. Where's Mason Maggio? He's normally in this, he's normally in the truck races. Maybe he's just not there tonight. For some reason, I thought he would be in the race tonight. Driving the number 45 would normally be his number. Where did the 45 car just not qual? Did the 45 truck just not qual? Oh, wait, no, 45 is Caden Honeycutt tonight. All right, well, we've got ourselves again the battle for the overall lead in the playoff standings. Doesn't really matter considering both those drivers, again, assuming that they are anywhere near this position at the end of the race, will both be locked in pretty easily with Heim and Eckes. And again, right now, Christian Eckes leading. Majeski would also be a very safe lock-in. Now, Majeski running second here. If Majeski were to falter and miss out on some of the big points available here between the stage end and the two stage ends and the race, and say Nick Sanchez was able to get up there and win, who he's running third right now, it's not a big stretch, certainly would be an interesting one. And here we go. We got Eckes, and they're coming back from commercial break. So, again, Taylor Gray gets passed by Riggs there. That's Norm Benning with a major issue here. Swerves right in front of one of the Thor Sport trucks. I don't know which one that was, but that was a stupid place to try and merge there. I mean, I don't know what was potentially going wrong with his truck, but he also merged right in front of the Road Ranger truck. I don't know which Thor Sport truck that is. That's either Majeski or Ben Rhodes. I just don't know which one, because I haven't gotten a chance to really see their trucks here because there was virtually no pre-race. And we're now 25 up, 25 down here in the NASCAR Truck Series race. So half down, half to go here in the first stage. Working their way through. Again, we got Ben Rhodes making his way up into the top 5, or trying to knock his way up into the top 5. He's knocking on the back of Taylor Gray right now. And again, the non-playoff drivers are trying to prove that, hey, we're here to play. And, but I will say, right now, the top of the leaderboard, you've got a lot of playoff favorites there. Again, Eckes, Majeski, Sanchez, I think any of those three would be a very worthy champion, considering how well those three have raced all season long, especially down the stretch in these playoffs. Taylor Gray, I'd hate to see it because I just don't like the guy, but I'm not the biggest fan of him, but he's definitely raced pretty well down the stretch, and he even secured himself a NASCAR Xfinity Series ride for next year, which, hey, good on him for getting a NASCAR Xfinity Series ride that probably should have gone to Corey Heim, because I think Corey Heim has the higher talent pool at the moment, but there we go. But, right now, though, Taylor Gray up into the 5th position for now. Corey Heim, again, it feels like Corey Heim should be the championship favorite just because of how good he's done all season long and for the last 2 years, really. But I feel like he's really kind of just being overlooked by over everybody else. And so far, he does only have the one short track win this season by winning the race at North Wilkesboro. But plenty of, and I don't know what Phoenix is qualified as technically on their thing, but Phoenix is going to be a interesting race down the stretch here. All right, there we go. Oh, and we got a lot of noise coming from the other room. Not sure what is going on over there. But, okay, the mic's not registering it, so it's good anyway. So, there we go. And again, right now, though, we got Brett Moffitt in the number 4. I gotta know what team he's driving for here. Alright, let's see. And, we got a slow number 44 truck. The Nice Motorsports truck of Matthew Gould has slowed to almost a stop here on the inside line as he is rolling through the turn. Would not be shocked to see this end up as a caution flag just because of how slow he's going, although all the drivers able to drive around him. And here we go. Here he comes down to the back straightaway, and he's just rolling, and I would not be surprised to see him potentially completely stop here. And again, if this caution flag does get thrown, we will let you know. But so far, no caution flag has been thrown, but that car is, yep, there's the caution. Caution flag flies, and that is going to be a caution for the 44 truck, who has stopped here about halfway down the back straightaway, mere 100 feet from the pit road entrance, which was the goal, is to try and get to that thing to pit road entrance. And yep, Matthew Gould, 18-year-old driver, making only his second NASCAR Truck Series appearance. So definitely a driver that we'll hopefully get to see more of in the future, but tonight just not the night for him. So hopping on my phone, quick reminder for anyone who collects them to hop on your phone and go ahead and grab your free NASCAR your NASCAR fan reward points. If you guys don't know what the NASCAR fan reward system is, since I've talked to a few people at the racetrack and nobody seems to know what they are. They are fan points that you can use towards stuff like NASCAR merchandise, autographed diecast, race tickets, and more. So, and you can get 50 free points just by going in and checking in on the leaderboard on your phone during any NASCAR Truck, Xfinity, or Cup Series race. 50 points each. So a triple header weekend like this, 350 points right there, as long as you don't forget about them. And then there's some bonus points you can do for completing other things like the trivia question of the week, which let's go ahead and see what it is. Who won the 1949 first race at Martinsville Speedway? Lee Petty, Red Byron. Thinking Red Byron. Let's see. There we go. I'm on it with my NASCAR history. Let's go. So there we go. So, and that's another 10 points per question. They have a new question each week, so you can go ahead and get another 10 points there. And yeah. All right, so here we go. Drivers coming down pit road. Looks like the majority of drivers are coming. Not sure who all may have stayed out. Looks like most of the top 10 might have stayed out. Again, hard to tell. But here we go. Tyler Ankrum definitely comes to pit road. He needs some major adjustments in a big way here down the stretch. Not a lot of time to try and jump up into that spot, but we'll have to wait and see where he's at here. I'm going to say M-Finger's on pit road, getting his car filled up. Again, this race is more of a formality for him, but if he could win all three races, I think that would be a big statement for him as a driver to go ahead and be able to stamp the certified I won each and every race to advance to the championship for. So Zilich gaining 5 spots on pit road and will take the lead here. Rhodes, Daniel Dye, some of the other drivers jumping up, or at least he leads the drivers coming off pit road. So there we go. And yeah, we got ourselves a pretty good race going here. Yeah, I was really excited to see what Eckes was going to look like in lap traffic, but ultimately no lap traffic here tonight, at least not right now, as we had the caution flag, which is going to bunch them back together, and we'll be seeing a restart here shortly. But yeah, so we should be good to go. But yeah, they're at commercial break, so we'll just be chatting here for a minute. I'm actually going to go ahead and check my rewards catalog, see what I might be able to get, as there's not a lot of races left on the calendar. Also, I'll talk about stream schedule going forward on this channel, because in terms of streaming, so we'll be doing obviously the race that you guys are watching with me right now, the NASCAR Truck Series race. We will also be here for the Xfinity Series race tomorrow and the Cup Series race on Sunday. We'll be doing all three of those. I will also be doing I will be streaming the Colts Vikings game on Colts Vikings on Sunday Night Football. And I will be doing Monday Night Football, Chiefs, Buccaneers. I have not stopped. I have not reduced my schedule in terms of streams. Despite the issues with the flooding, should still be able to do all those. As far as I'm aware, next week during Championship Week, that's going to be the big one. In terms of streams, I'm definitely doing the Truck Series race. I will unfortunately not be home for the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship, so I will not be around to stream the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship race, unfortunately. But we will absolutely be here for the Cup Series Championship on Sunday. So that's the brief schedule. I don't know what NFL games I may or may not be streaming. Let me see what NFL games are not this week but next. So let's see. Week 10. So Bengals Ravens. I might be streaming Bengals Ravens. So that'd be Thursday night football before the Championship 4. That could be a really good one. And here we go. Oh, we're back from commercial break. Pace car is off. And the field is in the hands of the 19 of Christianeckes. So Eckes did not come to pit road. The first driver who did come to pit road was Zilich back in 14. So 13 drivers stayed out here. Christianeckes away with the lead here as they go green flags out. Shocker with 8 laps to go in the stage. All the top 10 drivers stayed out here to try and secure the points. And again, right now, Rajah Caruth hanging on to a top 10 spot for now. But here we go. Oh, we got drivers sliding out of line trying to... Oh, and Purdy nearly just wiped out Corey Heim there as they were sliding in and out of line there trying to position themselves to maybe make a pass here. Now here we go. Dean Thompson looking up the inside of William Sawalich. Those are two Tricon Garage teammates there in the Toyota factory team. Both of them fighting for position here just outside the top 10. But right now though, definitely something to keep an eye on here. As we got drivers going every which way. 6 laps to go here. There's 4 drivers inside the top 4, all championship eligible drivers here. Eckes, Majeski, Sanchez, and Taylor Gray all hanging on here right now for the race lead. And right now, again, Riggs and Honeycutt, they're 5th and 6th, still representing the non-playoff crowd. Zilich has made his way all the way up to 11th here. Might even start to knock off some of the top 10 here with 4 laps to go in stage number 1 here, as he's trying to potentially play playoff spoiler and take some points away from some of these guys. Although none of the drivers immediately on the cut line are playoff eligible, so there's no real taking of points. But Zilich definitely looking impressive here on the fresh tires. 3 laps to go. Now it'll be 2 laps to go as they're coming around to the line. 2 laps to go in stage number 1 here. And again, where will we see the move? We know that there will be a move being made at some point in desperation here as we come down the end of the as we're coming down to the end of this stage. Let's see. And say Corey Heim makes a pass on Caden Honeycutt. Could Corey Heim make an aggressive move to try and take this spot? No, Rajah Caruth up into the fence as they take the white flag. Caruth is in the fence, and again, no caution. It is the green and white checkers out. It is Christianeckes going to win stage 1. Majeski 2nd, 3rd Sanchez, 4th Taylor Gray, and Lane Riggs rounds out your top 5. Corey Heim comes home 6th, 7th Caden Honeycutt, 8th Purdy, 9th William Sawalich, and rounding out your top 10 and your point getters, Connor Zilich. Stuart Friesen comes home just shy of the points. Dean Thompson and Ben Rhodes also on that list of drivers to miss out on points. But the biggest news, or the biggest storyline here in the later stages is Johnny Sauter makes a little bit of contact on entry to on entry to the corner, coming to the white flag for Rajah Caruth. Sends him up into the wall. He grazes the wall just a little bit there and loses all kinds of track position. Ultimately, he comes home to finish 28th and last on the lead lap in stage number 1. That is heartbreak there for Rajah Caruth. Again, a driver who might have been able to point his way in. I think I had him labeled as a must-win coming into the race. We'd have to look at the actual points to see if coming into the race he was already a must-win. Let's see. Playoffs. Rajah Caruth, no, 22 points below. Yeah, no, he was definitely not a must-win driver coming in. He is definitely a must-win driver coming out of this one. So, yeah, no, at least at this point, I would probably say must-win for Rajah Caruth, and I'd probably say it for most every driver. I think the only one that I would say might not need to win would be Nick Sanchez, and that's just because he's been running really well right now. And if some bad luck were to befall Eckes and or Majeski, he could sneak his way in. Ooh, okay, so I could get an autographed hat. Probably would be the highest value thing I could probably snag from the NASCAR Fan Rewards. But we are at commercial break. I'm going to go ahead and run a quick ad break, and I'm going to go ahead and use the bathroom, and I will be right back, guys. Alright, and we are back here and just in time as they're getting back from commercial break. So there we go. Yeah, we are here. Hopefully you guys are excited. I know I certainly am. Alright, so there we go. And yeah, shock and surprise, Christian Eckes wins stage 1. No, with how low these stages are, let's see. so there we go. A nice, quick, easy stage 2 poll. This time it'll just be, will there be a caution in stage 2? Very possible, but with how short these stages are, it's very possible that there could end up not being a caution in that stage. Alright, so there we go. Just double checking, we got everything all set up and going. Alright, let's see. We're coming up on the top of the hour, and we were looking at NFL games for not this coming week, but next week. So we got Bengals Ravens on Thursday night. I am strongly considering streaming that, especially since I'm not able to do my racing stuff that I would normally be doing. Texans Lions Sunday Night Football. Oh, that is going to be a good game. Definitely on that one. Monday Night Football, I will write that one down as a TBD for Monday night. It's Dolphins Rams. I don't know if I'm going to end up streaming that one. Man, we have just a run of good Thursday night football games, or at least good looking ones on paper. But yeah, I honestly might end up streaming like 4 games on the week after the championship, because we got Commanders Eagles on Thursday night football. Won't be home until 4 p.m. for the 4 o'clock slate of games, and we'll be streaming the Bills Chiefs with JP. For anyone who doesn't know, JP, one of my friends, he's also a streamer. Oh, not available in my... Are you kidding me? We don't get Bills Chiefs? I'm in the Northeast. What game do we get? Are you kidding me? What, do we get Bengals Chargers? Do we get Seahawks Niners? Like... Do we not have a 4 o'clock game? I'm going to have to check my TV schedule on that one, but... Why do I not get Bills Chiefs in the Northeast? I mean, I'm not a Bills fan, but there certainly are plenty of them up here. Alright, here we go. Back from commercial break. Lights are off on the pace car as we are wrapping up the caution that ended stage 1, and we'll be starting stage number 2. And yeah, here we go. Field in the hands of Eckes and Majeski here as they get ready to go. Green, and it will be green flag racing. We are here and ready for this one. Corey Heim up into the top 5. There we go. That's what we were waiting on. Eckes, once again, though, able to win the battle off the restart. And now here we go. Corey Heim filters himself into 4th here. You got Majeski and Sanchez still side by side for the 2nd position. Oh, contact on the corners there. Heim absolutely trying to dive it in there, trying to keep the nose in there, but not able to keep a nose in there. Ultimately, Sanchez able to hold on and secure 3rd place. Meanwhile, Majeski shut the door on him for potentially trying to go for the 2nd position. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 is settled between them. Basically, every other position is pretty much contested, as there are still several drivers who are stuck on the outside line here, going down towards the inside, that are going to end up trying to fight for their spots here. Alright, so there we go. And again, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully you guys are excited. I know I certainly am. And again, we are getting ready for, again, a busy weekend of streaming here. Now, let's see. Coming down the inside, we got, oh, here we go. The 52 of Stuart Friesen ends up shoving Chase Purdy out the way. He goes up to 7th on that move. Then we got Ben Rhodes back there in 9th. Connor Zilic making his way. He's still up inside the top 10. Kind of curious to see where he ends up cycling out at the end of all this, as there's a lot of work going on there. And again, in terms of the other playoff drivers, Taylor Gray filtered himself back to 18th place, Ankrum to 14th, and Imfinger to 13th. And again, right now, that is a pretty stacked lineup there in terms of the playoff drivers there. Hey, Hey, how's it going? Yeah, Bills Chiefs. Yeah, I know. November 17th. For me, local time, it's my 4:30 game. But for whatever reason, it's not my 4:30 game, I guess, because apparently I don't get it in my area, which is stupid because I am in the Northeast. And instead, it looks like we might get we might get Chargers Cincinnati instead, which no discredit to those two teams. They are not the same thing as Bills Chiefs in terms of rivalry. But yeah, so here we go. Let's see. Again, on track. Everybody's kind of single filing out now. Matt Mills, again, it's nice to see him on the track after that hellacious hit and the amount of smoke and fire that he went through in that car 1 week ago at Homestead, Miami, after an intentional wreck from the driver of the number 66 car, Connor Jones. Again, if anyone wasn't here earlier in the stream, Connor Jones was parked a week for that incident. Honestly, if I was the sanctioning body, I probably would have just said park him the rest of the season. But yeah, again, I'm not the sanctioning body. I don't know if that would be consistent with prior penalties for intentional wrecking, but I just wouldn't want a guy who is that out of control of himself going into a championship environment and potentially affecting stuff. So alright, there we go. Alright, now we got the 18 of Ankrum trying to make some moves on the outside of Daniel Dye here. On the outside of Daniel Dye, but he's also got Lane Riggs looking up the inside on him. So that's a bit of a battle going on there. But here we go, and they're going to commercial break. Again, Eckes, Majeski, Sanchez, Heim, your top four. All four of those drivers are playoff threats. And again, Sanchez right now is the one driver who would miss out on the playoffs as they are in the current running order that they are going in. But yeah. All right, so the week of the 17th, again, Commanders, Eagles, almost certainly. Colts, Jets is going to be an interesting one. Not because I'm not going to do it, because I'm absolutely doing it. But that is a game that I was originally slated to be doing with my dad, dual commentary style. Still intending on doing that, absolutely. It's just going to be about trying to figure out how to make that work with this current setup. Again, Bills, Chiefs, I don't know what the issue is there. Let me see. Do I get Broncos, Falcons instead? Okay, none of these games are appearing to be in my local area. Do I just have no 4 o'clock game that day? That'd be stupid. But yeah, definitely going to try and find a way to see if I can get the Bills-Chiefs game. But yeah, I got Bills-Chiefs last year in the same type of time frame. All right, let's see. Then the week after that, we go Steelers-Browns on Thursday Night Football. That's going to be a little bit disgusting. Packers-Niners could be fun. Let's see. What are the other 4 o'clock games? Wow, the other 4 o'clock games aren't great. Cardinals-Seahawks might be good, depending on how they're looking at that point in the season. Oh, the Harbaugh Bowl that Monday night is going to be good. But again, that's multiple weeks out. We don't need to be talking about that quite yet as we're working on that. You either get Chargers, Bengals, or Falcons, Broncos. Falcons, Broncos, I think, should be a Fox game, though, I think. Chargers, Bengals, and Bills, Chiefs, I believe, are the two Thursday, or the two CBS games, I would assume. But again, I don't know, because, again, none of the other games were showing as watchable on Fox either. Let me see if I can pull up my TV schedule on YouTube TV real quick. But yeah, because typically your NFC teams are your Foxes, so your Green Bay Packers, your Dallas Cowboys, your San Francisco 49ers. Most of those games are typically over on Fox. Meanwhile, the CBS slate of games is usually your AFC teams, so your Broncos, your Chiefs, your Bills. Yeah, so Chargers, Bengals fits the AFC theme. Rams game live stream. Let's see what Rams primetime games are coming up, because again, Dolphins Rams on Monday night. The Monday night after the NASCAR Cup Championship. That's a definite maybe. Dolphins Rams that Monday night. We'll have to wait. Again, I had put that one down as a TBD, but that one's a definite possibility. I'm already going to be doing the Sunday night game the night before that. But, yep, and we are back from commercial break here. 34 laps into this race. And again, right now, really the Eckes is just absolutely demolishing the field in terms of this stage, as well as he's brought himself out to a 2.5 second lead. And in all reality, until Sanchez makes his way up to second, I don't think there's really a threat for the in terms of the actual points situation, because right now the point situation is that the drivers going to the championship 4, assuming that there is no new winner. Let's just assume that somehow Grant Enfinger goes from 10th up to 1st and everything else stays roughly the same. Your championship 4, based on points, would be Eckes, Heim, Majeski. Yeah. So, again, unless someone like Taylor Gray, Ankrum, Caruth, or Sanchez goes up there and is in threat of winning, those drivers are pretty safe. Right now, the points as they run have them at about a 38-point bubble between them and the drivers behind them on points. So, again, pretty safe. Alright, so there we go. And again, right now, the biggest thing that I'm interested in right now is you got one Enfinger making some passes. Connor Zillage as well, making his way through the field. That's another driver we've seen a lot from in a very short and very limited NASCAR Truck and Xfinity Series tenure so far. But right now he's trying to make a pass here on Ankrum. Ankrum actually making the pass around him on the outside. Wow, that's actually pretty impressive there for Ankrum, making a pass to go up inside the top 10. So Ankrum potentially on the move. Again, we'll have to wait and see. We're a long ways away right now from potentially from the stage or from the end of the race. Stage 2, only about 9 laps left here as they're continuing to circulate right now. But again, if Ankrum could make his way up into that top 10 by the end, into the top 5, or even up to the first by the end of this race, he could absolutely shake up the points as they run. Because then the battle becomes between Eckes and Majeski for the final playoff spot. And all Majeski would really need to do is tap Eckes a little too hard on a restart, which, again, not encouraging it, but I could definitely see it happening. Speaking of playoff drivers, here comes Rajah Caruth about to go a lap down here. Rajah Caruth about to lose his lead lap status here. He is right on the tail end of lead lap. Christian Eckes trying every way to try and find a way around the outside or the inside on Rajah Caruth. He looks up the inside. He's going to get to the inside here, and that is going to go ahead and put Rajah Caruth 1 lap down, currently in the free pass position. JP, I'll probably I'll talk to you about that probably sometime after the stream, but yeah, again, I have no idea why that game wouldn't be in my area. But yeah. But now that Rajah Caruth is a lap down, the question is going to be about the battle for the free pass. So let's see. So Rajah Caruth in 25th place. Jack Wood is the next car to go a lap down. Tanner Gray, the driver behind him. I think Caruth should be able to hold off Gray. Now, the thing is, Gray does have a teammate in that championship hunt that would also be encouraged to try and keep Rajah from getting that free pass. So, again, if Jack Wood can avoid getting lapped, it's going to be a battle between Rajah and Tanner. If Wood goes a lap down, that kind of throws his name into the mix and certainly makes it a lot harder for Rajah to get the lap back. But at this point, honestly, the way Rajah's looked, he probably would need he'd either need a win based on the way that these drivers are going. And we got a caution here late in the stage. Just before the end of the stage, this caution will end stage number 2. But yeah, this is and the 02, the Young's Motorsport machine of Dylan Lupton, goes and gets spun around, and the back end of that car is destroyed, and that is again going to end stage number 2, and that is certainly going to be a wrench in the game plan there. But yeah, let's see. Alright, well, there we go. Again, we're chilling out here, and we got this, but yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the this one. And again, I don't know what happened to him that caused him to do that. I don't know if he just drove it in too deep. I don't see a car right behind him. He's not based on the restarts or the clips I've seen so far. If someone sees a better clip of that, tweet it at me, but at Ryan Dyer 99. But there we go. Oh, and Landon Lewis in the Hattori Racing truck has pulled his truck behind the behind the wall here. So that is another truck there that is now in position to potentially go out. All right, so again, I think Corey Heim and Christian Eckes are almost certainly locked into the to the playoff spots again. As long as Christian Eckes finishes top 20 in points, or top 20 in the race, same thing with Corey Heim. I think they're both probably going to the playoffs, and it comes down to Ty Majeski versus the rest of the playoff drivers trying to win the race, winning in. Alright, so there we go, and let's see. But yeah, not much going on there. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. If you guys are, of course, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new. Again, we're trying to hit 3,000 subs by the end of the year. But yeah, because it's a few weeks out, I don't have the TV schedule doesn't go that far out. But then when it comes to Thanksgiving week, that's going to be the interesting one. So Thanksgiving, there are 3 games on that day. I'm hoping that we can schedule our Thanksgiving plans around Lions, Bears, and Dolphins, Packers is the 2 games I really want to try and feature this year on Thanksgiving. So I'll probably be eating dinner during Giants Cowboys if I have it my way. But again, we've got to coordinate with other people. So again, I don't know on Thanksgiving Day what the schedule is going to look like. Raiders, Chiefs, that's not a great Black Friday game, but if I'm home in time, maybe I'll end up doing it. And then my trip, I will be in attendance for Colts Patriots in Gillette on December 1st. So Colts Patriots, December 1st. I will actually be in the grandstands in attendance for that game. So don't expect me to stream any of the other games later on that week. Or later on that day. Maybe Broncos Browns on Monday Night Football, but again, I don't know. And again, the rest of the schedule will have to depend on what's going on with the whole drying stuff out in the basement issue. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip the ad break there for you guys, and yeah, we'll just keep chatting. But hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. Again, points earned tonight. Eckes, Majeski, Sanchez earning the three most amount of points. And again, the fact that that your top drivers in terms of trying to point their way in, because Nick Sanchez was 43 points out coming into tonight, virtually a must-win. Yeah, the fact that your two drivers that were in the closest position to being able to point their way up over Majeski in the event of a non-playoff winner or another Grant Finger win, certainly hurts the quality of the end of this race, as we got basically every driver on pit road here as we're coming to the end of this, as we are at the end of stage 2. Everybody getting 4 fresh tires here and getting ready for the next run. All right, so there we go. So Eckes, Majeski, Sanchez, Heim, Ankrum gaining. Oh man, Ankrum gaining 3 spots here on pit road. Infinger 2 spots. Taylor Gray gaining 4 spots, and that's gonna be a lot of playoff drivers in this top 10. So Walich loses 4 spots. Zilich gaining 1. A couple other drivers going up and down spots throughout the end of this race. Trying to figure out why my phone's not charging. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we're just chilling out here. Pit stops for stage 2 just ended, and yeah, we're just chilling out. But yeah, we were coming down to the end of the NASCAR season, and again, expect the football streams to increase. But yeah, as I say, if you guys want me to stream Rams games again, let me. I'll pull up the full Rams schedule and see if there are any other Rams games that would be interesting. Rams Patriots, not able to do that one. Rams Eagles on. I believe that's going to be Sunday Night Football. That could be a good game. Definitely a possibility. Rams Saints, I don't think that game would be in my area for a 4 o'clock slot. Then the next week, Rams Bills. If that game's in my area, definitely interested. Rams Niners on prime time as well. There we go. That could be a good game. Rams Jets. I'm not home by that point in the day. And then the last 2 weeks are flex scheduling against the Cardinals and Seahawks, which would be a TBD based on how the teams look coming down the end of the season. So, yeah, in terms of Rams games, though, again, I would say that Eagles Rams and Bills Rams would be my 2 most likely games that I would stream throughout the remainder of the season. we go. And again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully gonna get to see the end of this race here shortly. Alright, so yep, there we go. Grant Enfinger, the walk-off winner in 2020, was able to win this race and go to the championship 4. 2021, it was Zane Smith, who was able to go ahead and win that chaotic finish as Stuart Friesen junked Todd Gilliland, I believe it was at the time, in the number 38 truck, which allowed Zane Smith to go to the championship 4, and he later won the race. So definitely a little bit of a history of them, of walk-off wins here. And the number 71 truck has gone to the garage, and that is essentially going to end his send Rajah Caruth's first ever playoff appearance here. And there we go. Tyler Ankrum choosing the top lane, gonna gain some spots potentially on the choose. We'll have to wait and see where he ends up lining up there. Alright, there we go. And let's see. Again, right now we are just chilling out. Let's see. Ankrum, Sanchez. Wow. So Ben Rhodes, the only driver who is not a playoff driver inside that top 10, pretty much. And he is on the front row, and he is the control car. Ben Rhodes in control of the field here. Potentially going to try and help out his teammate, Ty Majeski here. Kind of surprised he didn't line up 1-2 on the inside line. Well, probably didn't have that option. But here we go. Green, green, green. Green flag is out, and they're racing here. Ben Rhodes down into the, leads them down into the, into turn 1, and Ben Rhodes able to absolutely blow away the competition here. Realistically, Ben Rhodes doesn't need to win this race for Majeski to go ahead and make it to the championship 4. He just needs to make sure that Sanchez cannot. But, if he can go ahead and win this one, that virtually guarantees, again, Majeski going to the championship 4. I would say Eckes and Heim are basically locked in. You could probably punch that ticket right now. And whoa, big loose in the middle of 3 wide there for the number 7 of Connor Mosak. Connor Mosak getting way loose in the middle of 3 wide, now ends up on the outside line here as the drivers try and freight train him. But yeah, so the points as they run, Majeski 38 points above Taylor Gray, who is the next nearest driver. That's essentially a must-win. So again, each and every one of these drivers basically going to be in a must-win situation to go ahead and get to the next round here. But here we go. Here comes Eckes on the back bumper of the 99 of Rhodes. It's going to be an interesting one coming down the finish. See how these two end up playing. Is Eckes okay with finishing second? Does he want the win even though he knows he doesn't need it to make it to the playoffs safely here? But there we go. Yep, there we go. The bump and run here. Eckes throws the bumper to him. He goes the inside, and now it's going to be a matter of trying to run past him. So there we go. A nice textbook bump and run there for the driver of the number 19. All right, there we go. Alright, so yeah, Eckes able to take back the lead, Ben Rhodes to second, and now Sanchez is going to be looking to get by. That's going to be an interesting one. How does Sanchez play when he knows he needs to win this race, and how does Ben Rhodes play when he knows that his teammate needs to ensure that Sanchez does not win this race? That was definitely Ty Majeski, by the way, earlier on in the race that Norm Benning cut down in front of. Now that I'm able to actually see the two Thor Sport trucks side by side, I can confirm that. But yeah, right now though, Eckes is just trying to put as much distance between himself and the field as he possibly can. And again, right now, all Ben Rhodes really wants to do is play defense here and try and, again, ensure that Sanchez cannot go up there and try and battle for the win. If Sanchez got a chance to battle for a win on a restart here, that would be very bad for Majeski here. Because again, Sanchez, not one of these drivers that's in position to go ahead and get to the championship four, currently on points, which means he absolutely needs the... he absolutely needs to go ahead and have some sort of luck fall his way here. Let's see. All right, yep, there we go. Sanchez sends it up the inside on the 99. Yep, there we go. Ben Rhodes and Sanchez side by side into turn one here. And yeah, as I say, he definitely sent it. Just absolutely sent it as deep as he possibly could. And that puts Ben Rhodes back to third. Now, if I'm Ben Rhodes, I'm say, unless I think I can battle back on the inside to try and put Sanchez back here, I'm trying to make this easy on my teammate potentially for the fourth place position. Not so easy that they look at it as cheating, but maybe just let him bump and run you a little bit easier than others when Majeski gets there. Again, as far as I'm aware, there's no ill will between the two. I know sometimes there can be turbulence between teammates here, but right now you've got a driver in the playoffs and a driver not in the playoffs, and both drivers will be back next year, so it's not like, oh, one's taking the other's ride or one's trying to justify why they deserve to have a ride next year. So, yep, there we go, and that is just kind of going through this one, and yeah, we got ourselves a pretty good race going. Again, Sanchez trying to run down Christianeckes here. Majeski does get by his teammate in Ben Rhodes here just before they go to commercial break. Corey Heim would be the next driver to have to try and go by Ben Rhodes. In terms of the top 10 who are non-playoff drivers, you've got Ben Rhodes, Friesen, and William Sawalich back in 10th are the only drivers. And, oh, here we go. Raj Caruth coming back out onto the racetrack, but he's so many laps down, I don't think it's going to make a difference no matter how fast he drives. Oh, let's see. Who do my Gators play this week? Who do the Florida Gators play this week? Oh, Boise State Broncos and Ashton Genty playing tonight at 8 o'clock. Okay. Oh, I'm definitely going to keep an eye on that game after I hop off the stream. Won't be streaming that game, but hey, Boise State, keeping an eye on Ashton Genty because he is a force when it comes to a running back. Speaking of force, the Air Force versus Army game tomorrow noon. That should be a close one. Maybe not a good one. Ohio versus Penn State. Oh my, that is a very good one. Miami going to Duke. That should be a win for Miami. Ole Miss, Arkansas could be good. Minnesota, Illinois is eh. Let's see. What are the big games of the week? Okay. Kentucky, Tennessee, Texas A&M versus South Carolina. Oh no. Florida is on this list, but not because they're a ranked team, but because they're playing Georgia, the number 2 ranked Bulldogs. Great. And just to throw it, because I know a certain someone's in the chat, we'll also go ahead and give a shout out at 3:30 tomorrow. We've got the Iowa State versus Iowa State will be hosting Texas Tech in their own home. So there we go. That's a good one. And the defending champion Michigan Wolverines will be hosting Oregon at the same time. So a couple of good games on tomorrow for college football. But again, we've got the NASCAR Xfinity Series race tomorrow as well. That race is at what time? 4 p.m. tomorrow over on the CW. Again, I will be live for that for sure. Don't think I'm going to be streaming any college football anytime soon. Just the way it's shaking out. And I'm not the biggest college football fan. I just keep an eye on my Gators. and pray on the downfall of the Georgia Bulldogs. This week I can pray for both. And here we go, back from commercial break, and we are back talking about racing. So yeah, right now though, Christian Eckes has a 3-second lead on Sanchez. That is insane. I can't believe that Nick Sanchez has a Nick Sanchez is 3 seconds behind Christian Eckes. Sorry. Yeah, Sanchez is 3 seconds back of Christian Eckes. Oh, and Grant Enfinger and Tyler Ankrum and Taylor Gray are all on the verge of joining this fight here near the top. Taylor Gray and Ankrum both looking to try and win in themselves. They are up into 7th and 8th place respectively. Again, we didn't talk about them as we were going to commercial break. They were up there before the commercial break too, but again, right now with Eckes leading, Eckes would be a win and that would put Majeski up 39 points over Taylor Gray. There is not enough points on the board right now for that. So Taylor Gray is, I believe, officially a must-win. Again, unless something super tragic were to befall Majeski and he were to, say, crash out with 10 laps to go or something, which, not speaking it into existence, but it could happen. But, do we think, actually, that would be a good poll. Do we think there is going to be a winning in driver? Do we think it's going to be a new winner, or do we think it's going to be someone like Sanchez, Majeski, or Heim? In order for, imagine if Enfinger goes and wins all 3, especially after the poor qualifying efforts the last 2 weeks. Because, if I remember correctly, he did not qualify well at he didn't qualify well at, Homestead last week either, did he? Let's see. Qualifying. Okay, he qualified 9th. Okay, not bad for Enfinger. I thought he qualified worse than that. But, yep, Eckes has now extended it to a 4-second lead, heading towards 4.5 in a hurry. Alright, so there we go. And again, we're just chilling out here. Yep, 4.5 seconds now over Sanchez. And again, I want to see, is Eckes caught lap traffic yet? Because that's going to be the thing that's going to be interesting. Once Eckes starts trying to lap cars, that's when we potentially will see... that's when we will potentially start to see some interesting situations here. And it looks like most of the field is actually working through lap traffic, which is kind of the thing. And now Eckes is nearing a 5-second lead here, and that is just a absolute storm right now. I mean, these drivers are just absolutely storming their way through this. But yeah, I mean, there is no, there's no way that Eckes should still be in the NASCAR Truck Series next year. I think Eckes should absolutely be in the NASCAR Xfinity Series if he has, if he really is just this good, which it clearly looks like he is. Problem is, there's no Junior Motorsports car available. I believe both, RCR cars are officially spoken for, as RCR actually re-signed Jesse Love this week. Let's see. Alright. So yeah, right now though, I mean, again, there's just not much to say when Eckes is just decimating the field by this much. Matt Mills just went a lap down in the, he's actually running pretty well here. So let's see. Yeah, Matt Mills in 24th place, just went a lap down. So, I mean, Eckes is just absolutely flat out decimating the field here. And in terms of the battle for the lead, I mean, Sanchez just can't do anything when he's 6 to 7 seconds back. Right now, right now he's trying to get 5.6 seconds back, so not quite as bad. He's not losing time quite as badly as he was earlier. Still not great, but we also have 7 of the 8 playoff drivers all inside the top 10. The only one not in there is Rajah Caruth, who went to the garage earlier in the race as they were heading to another commercial break. And we just saw smoke coming out of one of the cars. I did not get a chance to see who that was, but there was smoke coming out of one of these cars. Luckily, it is a side-by-side commercial break, so we will be able to keep an eye on the field to see who the smoke was coming from. But yeah, so far though, this truck race has been an absolute blowout. No real competition or contest here. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, right now we got a lot of drivers who could potentially win it in if we do get a restart here. The problem is we would need a caution before we can even really start talking about the potential of a restart. So there we go. And again, we will, like I said, we got just under 50 laps to go. 3/4 of the race down, 1/4 to go. Only is under 50 laps to go, and it is going to be a race to the finish. But again, right now, Eckes has about a 80-yard head start in a 100-yard dash, which that is certainly not going to be an easy thing to overcome in terms of a difference when they come down to the end of this race. But yeah, there we go. And, we're just chilling out here. And again, there's not much to really talk about. I haven't seen the car that was blowing smoke earlier. Haven't seen that one. But now, oh wow, Brett Moffitt goes lap down up into the top 20 right now. There we go. All right. Speaking of Brett Moffitt, I wanted to go ahead and see what team he was racing for in this race today. I didn't realize he was in the field. Otherwise, I definitely would have included him in the thing. Oh, Hettinger Racing. Okay. The powerhouse team, Hettinger Racing. Okay. It's a household name there, I'm sure. Everybody loves Hettinger Racing. Alright, here we go. Let's see. What do we got? Yeah, they're talking about Phoenix, and yeah, this race is going to be an interesting one. Alright, well, again, thank you guys for everybody that has tuned in. I know the stream was posted very last minute. As I say, yeah, we will be back for the Xfinity Series race at 4 p.m. tomorrow. And again, I know a lot of people don't get the CW. In fact, that's why I actually swapped over to YouTube TV, so that I could get the CW and be able to bring you guys NASCAR Xfinity Series race coverage. So definitely looking forward to that one. And let's go ahead and skip the ad breaks again because we're just coming back from commercial break over on the TV. And again, right now we got the 38 of Lane Riggs now making a pass on Corey Heim, Corey Heim is now drifted all the way back to 11th place. That is a massive drop from where Corey Heim was previously running. Certainly not something I was I had on my bingo card. But again, right now, Corey Heim 52 points above the cut line, barring literally a disqualification in post-race tech. That is a guaranteed win. Or not a guaranteed win, but a guaranteed playoff spot. But again, right now we're waiting to see what it would look like if Sanchez gets the lead. Sanchez still hanging on to second place, but 6 seconds back. 6 whole seconds behind the race lead. And so that is not a favorable situation in any way, shape, or form. And here we go. Oh, say the 52 of Friesen starting to go toe to toe here with Ben Rhodes for the fourth position. Those two drivers fighting right behind the 13 car of Jake Garcia. But yeah, let's go ahead and see. And oh, we got a caution! Caution flag is out! Caden Honeycutt finds the fence, and that front end is broken, and that is going to be a caution flag here, and that is 38 laps to go here. And Eckes, now he has to fight with Sanchez, and Majeski in third is just going to have to try and figure out what he wants to do. But yeah, I mean, Eckes is at a dominating night. I think Eckes probably deserves to win this race no matter what, but again, as I say, deserving to win doesn't always mean you win it, as we very well know. So here we go. Again, right now we're just chilling out here. So we've had now two caution flags, or we've had what? 4 caution flags. So 2 that were 2 outside of the stage ends. Obviously, we had the one late in stage 1 that set up the 10 lap to go pit strategy where a bunch of drivers came and got an extra set of tires then. Then you had the one that ended stage 2. And now you've had... yeah, that stayed caution free though in the meantime. So we've only had 2 cautions that didn't end stages. Again, 3 cautions for contact because, of course, again, the caution that ended the stage was for contact. Daniel Dye on pit road getting fuel here, and that is pitting. Yeah, they're pitting for an issue because, again, pit road is not open yet as pit road is still closed, but he came down having some kind of electrical issue or something as they've got the hood up on that race car, and that is not what you want to see. Alright, there we go. Let's see. Well, let's see what Twitter's saying about this whole situation. Let's see. Explore. Sports. Trending topics. Nothing about the Truck Series race? Come on. Alright, let's go ahead and just put in NASCAR. Search and latest. So let's see. Wow. Okay. Yep. Again, Eckes has really led almost every lap. That is insane. But yeah, again, a lot of people retweeting stuff. But yeah. Yeah, I still can't believe how great Christian Eckes has been this year. As we got pit stops going on here. Yeah, I would assume most of the drivers on pit road here are all drivers outside that top 3 that are trying to find some an edge here. I've not seen if the top 3 ended up coming down pit road or not, but again, Grant Enfinger, he's going into the championship 4 no matter what happens tonight because nobody's taking that away from him. But yeah, I'm curious to see what Eckes versus Sanchez versus Majeski looks like on this restart, though, assuming that those 3 can start right together like they were running, just this time maybe with not 6 seconds between them. So, again, Sanchez, if he can win, he gets himself into the championship 4. I believe he's only gotten 1 win this season, and that win was all the way back at Daytona. No, he's gotten 2 wins. Okay, what was his other win? For Majeski, or not for Majeski, but for Sanchez. Oh, he won Charlotte. He won the Charlotte truck race and the Daytona season opener. for Nick Sanchez. But there we go. Yep, the 19, the 2, and the 98 all stay out on the track. 33 laps to go. We'll be probably under 30 to go when we go green here. That's going to be a big one here. Let's see. All right. And, ooh, wow. Yep, the 45 just... Okay, so he just lost a tire. That's what ultimately happened there. All right, so there we go. And again, right now we're just chilling out. Let's see. Again, they got Caden Honeycutt to the pits, but I'm assuming that they are not going to be able to do much with that truck at this point, considering how destroyed that truck is. I'd be shocked if they do much with that truck as we're getting ready for the end of this race. All right, there we go. Let's see, they're talking right now to one of the, okay, this is Majeski's crew chief, Joe Shear Jr. Okay, cool to see Joe Shear Jr. I believe he was paired up with Crafton for a while, if I'm not mistaken. I think. Again, those ThorSport crew chiefs, I don't keep too up to date with the Truck Series, so maybe I'm off on that. But I thought Joe Shear Jr. was Crafton's crew chief at one point. I also know that they cycled their crew chiefs around a couple of times in the last couple of years. Alright, there we go. Again. Alright, there we go. So yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully you guys are excited. I know I certainly am. And again, right now we are getting ready for the end of this race. Let's see. So they will be going green with 29 laps to go. Here comes the choose con. Let's see. What's it going to be? It's going to be Eckes to the bottom. Sanchez on the top. Majeski to the bottom. Why are they showing Sanchez as a non-playoff driver? So we got two... Okay. So we got two playoff drivers right now. Yeah, on the outside of the row that both need to win and in. So that is going to be an aggressive top line. Two drivers both trying to win and in from the top line. Meanwhile, you got two drivers who could be potentially on the verge of getting bumped out on the inside. Although, again, I think Eckes and Heim are safe right now. Again, I haven't seen what the points would look like if Sanchez was leading, but again, based on the numbers, I think Eckes and Heim would be safe. Heim only by 12 points, but he would be safe. And here we go. Coming off turn 4, coming down to the Geico restart zone. Green flag is out. We are back to racing, and Eckes on that inside. He's going to take off like that rocket ship that we know he is. And here comes Majeski fighting with Sanchez for that second position again. Majeski has got to know at this point that if Sanchez wins this race, he is likely the one to miss out on the championship war because of it. And Sanchez on that outside, he knows he's got to win this race. There is no option for him, no future for him in the on the season. At least he's got, obviously, I think he's signed for that team for next year. But in terms of going forward in this season, there we go. Sanchez able to take second place away, and only 1 second behind Sanchez, or only 1 second behind Eckes. And we got a tire going down. It looks like on the 38 car. Or at least sparks coming out from underneath that car. Not sure as to what the issue could be, but that is certainly not something you want to be playing around with when you're trying to race inside this top 10. If you got a potential tire going down, that's certainly not a good thing. Corey Day right in the middle of 3 wide right now. He is sandwiched between the 44 and the 40, or the 41 and the 66. But, yeah, they are currently just absolutely sandwiching everybody in here. But, again, credit to Nick Sanchez. He was able to get up to the second position a whole lot quicker than he did last time. The problem is Eckes still has control of the race and 25 laps to go. Again, barring an issue here, I don't see how Eckes loses this race unless maybe lap traffic becomes a real problem with like 5-10 laps to go. But right now, Eckes is just trying to absolutely drive away as best he can. What do we think? Do we think Eckes wins the race? Do we think Sanchez is able to catch him? Do we think lap traffic takes him out? A whole range of possibilities available here. We just gotta wait and see. Let's see. Yeah, that battle for the spots, though, is going to be a good one. But, yeah, here we go. Let's see. All right, Sanchez. Oh, here we go. Majeski looking to the inside on Sanchez. I was going to say, trying to keep that door open, and that, at the very least, that pestering that he's doing is going to stop Sanchez from being able to really keep up with the leader of the race. But now Taylor Gray is starting to pester the back bumper of the 98, which is not going to allow Majeski to go ahead and play with the back bumper of the 2. Again, Taylor Gray, another must-win driver, getting himself up into this top 3. Majeski slides even further down the list. So again, right now Majeski is in a big hole, and if there's a new winner. If there is no new winner, Majeski is safe. It is only a matter of if Eckes does not win this race, second or third could win this race and would take Majeski's playoff spot. So again, Majeski going to be fighting hard for this one down the stretch. We just got the Craftsman 20 to go. And again, the 20 laps to go mark here. And now Taylor Gray is all over is hounding the back bumper of the 2. And caution flag flies! We got another caution named Brett Moffitt. Former Truck Series champion Brett Moffitt and Corey Day are both tangled up here with smoke coming out of their cars. Not a lot of damage on the Corey Day machine, actually. Yeah, I thought he and the 4 of Brett Moffitt tangled, but not sure what exactly happened. But Brett Moffitt definitely got the worst end of it, whatever it was. And that is going to be a caution flag and another restart here. And again, this time, now you got Sanchez and Taylor Gray, who are both going to be fighting for that, for a potential spot in the championship 4. So, as I say, this race is about to get really interesting. And oh, there we go. There's some corresponding front end damage that would correspond with a potential dump of Brett Moffitt. So it looks like Taylor Gray may have been on the wrong end of on the rear end of a Brett Moffitt wreck. So let's see. Oh, Dean Thompson just... Oh, that's interesting. Dean Thompson just sent the 15 of Tanner Gray, just sent a teammate into the back bumper of the 4, bringing out a caution, which coincidentally helps Taylor Gray, another teammate there. So, I mean, again, not trying to read too much into the situation, but TRD just had a TRD driver for Tricon Garage just sent another Tricon Garage driver barreling into the back bumper of a lap down car, bringing out a caution, which coincidentally helps the 3rd Tricon Garage driver up at the front of the field. And one of only 2 Tricon Garage drivers left in the championship fight. Well, that certainly is interesting. Looking forward to seeing what this restart's going to look like. But 17 laps to go. Not a lot to get. Not a lot of laps left. And again, right now... Taylor Gray is being put behind Majeski. Why is that? Why is Taylor Gray losing a spot to Majeski? He didn't pit, did he? If he didn't pit, why did he lose a spot to Majeski? There's no reason to have pit, because you're this late in the race. If you're pitting at this point, you're accepting that you've lost the race. Alright, well, again, thank you guys for everybody that's tuned in for this race. Just another reminder that we will be here for the NASCAR Xfinity Series National Debt Relief 250 tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys want to go ahead and tune in for that, again, I I will be live for that as well. So looking forward to that. Again, 15 laps to go, and again, right now, and say right now, oh, there we go. They moved Taylor Gray back ahead of Majeski. So, all right. So nothing actually happened. They just had the numbers, the spots wrong on the graphics. So there we go. And again, we are here and ready for this one. And let's see. Again, right now, caution flag is out. We are going to be going back racing here shortly. All right, let's see. Any tweets about this one? Let's see. McAnally Racing talking about Tyler Ankram's car being really tight. Yeah, Sanchez is gonna have to pull a Harvick and wreck. Yep, not surprised. Yeah, again, to get around Eckes, that's gonna be a near impossible feat. That's gonna have to be made here. Tanner Gray done for the night. Not shocking. But, yeah, definitely curious to see what ends up happening here. But, yeah, I would not be shocked to see Dean Thompson get parked for that. Now that I'm kind of reading through some stuff, but... Let's see, yeah. Alright, so here we go. Lights are off the pace car. Sanchez and Eckes to the bottom of the racetrack. Taylor Gray and Majeski to the top. No other playoff drivers really in the mix. Yeah, Ben Rhodes and Stuart Friesen in row 3. Row 4 is Chase Purdy and Grant Enfinger, who is already locked in. So he is a solo car team, so he has no intention. He has no real commitment here, aside from maybe to Eckes for Eckes and Sanchez on the Chevy front. But here we go. Again, lights are off on the pace car. We're getting ready to go ahead and race, and this one's going to be a good one. Hopefully you guys are excited. If you guys are, again, hit the like button and subscribe. I've been doing these streams for now about 2 full years. Looking forward to it, and here we go. The pace car is off, leaving the field in the hands of Sanchez and Taylor Gray here as they go down to the Geico restart zone, and green flag's out. They are racing once again here, and the question is, what can be done to try and stop Eckes here? Eckes off the corner, Taylor Gray to second, and now Taylor Gray in position to try and bump and run Eckes for the win. They get that settled nice and quickly amongst themselves, and now Taylor Gray is on the back bumper of Eckes, as opposed to being a couple seconds back like we've seen drivers all day long. Because Eckes really, once he get... Oh, we got another caution! No! Caution flag flies yet again here. And this time it's for the flat tire on the ThorSport machine, which coincidentally this helps out Ty Majeski of all people. What is it with these caution flags coming from teammates and helping out other team cars? This one I certainly don't think is coordinated, because you can't plan on a tire going down like that. But yeah, definitely funny coincidence though. And yeah, let's see. Oh no, it wasn't a flat tire at all. It was the 9 of. I was gonna say that was the 9 of Enfinger going up the track and just spinning out Friesen. No idea what that was about. No idea if he what the intention was there, but that was insane. And yeah, now the 66 of Johnny Sauter is on pit road getting stuff done. We got 9 laps to go, and again, we are under caution flag, and it will be about 5 to go probably when we go green. So closing in on the end of this race pretty quickly. Problem is, we're seeing a lot of restarts, and these restarts are only going to get more and more intense as we go later and later into this race. Definitely excited to see this one. Let's see. Just checking some, let's see. Oh. Alright, so that's about the Kurt Busch thing. Alright, so yeah, right now we're just chilling out here. Thank you guys. Wow, we got 10 people hanging out in here for the end of the race. Again, we are getting ready for the end of the NASCAR Truck Series race here from the Martinsville Speedway. We're currently under the commercial break. But yeah, welcome on in, everybody. Again, we will be here for the NASCAR Xfinity and the Cup Series races throughout this weekend. Unfortunately, next weekend I will not be home for the Xfinity Series race as I've got a concert I'm going to, so looking forward to that. But no, yeah, so I will not be home for the Xfinity Series Championship race, but I will be streaming trucks here on the channel along with the NASCAR Cup Series Championship race next weekend. So should be a nice full weekend of racing this weekend. And again, I'll still be following along. Might even be posting along on Twitter for the NASCAR Xfinity Series finish at the concert. But again, don't expect a live stream out of me that week for that race. But again, NASCAR Xfinity Series tomorrow, I will be here. So looking forward to that, and we should be again, we're just finishing up the commercial break here. Late in the NASCAR Truck Series race. And let's see, again, anything we need to go ahead and talk about that we haven't already talked about. Football schedule for the upcoming weeks, and we're back. Okay, they're back. I was gonna say if they were gonna go to another 30-40 second commercial break, gonna rehash something, but nope, we're back. And again, right now, Eckes is the leader. If Eckes stays the leader, I do not see a situation in which this changes drastically. If we do not have a major change, so again, if Eckes wins, it's going to be Eckes, Heim, and Majeski going to the playoffs. Taylor Gray on the outside, Sanchez on the rear bumper of Eckes once again, so they go with the exact same pattern layout here as they went with on the last restart. Via the choose cone. This time, Ben Rhodes in row 2. Chase Purdy and Majeski are sharing row 3. Row 4, Corey Heim on the outside, Infinger on the inside. So again, that inside line, certainly has some playoff contenders. But last time the 17 of Taylor Gray was able to get down the inside line into second place. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Here we go. Pace car is off. Field in the hands of Christian Eckes, the dominator of the race. And again, field is in his hands. Let's see it. Coming down to the Geico restart zone. Green. Green flag is out. We are racing here at the Martinsville Speedway. Under 10 laps to go. 5 to go exactly. And here we go. Taylor Gray on the outside. Taylor Gray going to take the lead. Taylor Gray to the lead. And that bumps Majeski out. No! Speaking of bumps, Eckes just bumped Taylor Gray right out the way and just punted him out the way. And now that puts Ben Rhodes on the back bumper of Eckes. Eckes gets a shot from Ben Rhodes, puts Eckes up the track. Side-by-side battle, 4 laps to go here. Ben Rhodes trying to win this race. Chase Purdy up to 3rd place. Sanchez to 4th, the highest playoff driver aside from Eckes here. Eckes into the back bumper of the 99, going to try and repay the favor of the bump and run up the track. And this is an exciting final 2 laps here that we have not even started. There we go. Eckes just drifts up the track and shoves the 99 wide as they take 2 laps to go. 2 more times around. And let's see this one. All right, so here we go. Coming down the back straightaway. Purdy and Rhodes fighting this one out. All behind Eckes, who has taken the lead, and he is going to run away with this one. White flag, 1 lap to go. And this one is in Eckes' hands. The only way that Eckes doesn't win this thing would probably be him blowing a tire here down the straightaway. As the driver's battling for second, though, Ben Rhodes. You've got Chase Purdy for 3rd. Who's it going to be? Eckes wins the race. Ben Rhodes 2nd. Chase Purdy to 3rd. Taylor Gray 4th. Sanchez 5th. Lane Riggs comes home in the 6th position. 7th Heim. 8th Ankrum. 9th will be Grant Infinger. And rounding out your top 10 is Stuart Friesen. And we now know our 4 drivers going to the championship 1 week from tonight. It will be Christian Eckes with the win tonight, Grant Enfinger with his 2 previous race wins from the last 2 weeks, Corey Heim on points, and Ty Majeski on points as well, going to the championship 4. Looking forward to that one, and here goes the burnout for Christian Eckes. This kid is on fire. He should be in the NASCAR Xfinity Series for some competitive team next year. Maybe Colleague. I mean, hey, if Colleague wants to keep open another team as SVG leaves them, this would be a kid I would put in that car. I would put him in the 11 maybe, even over Josh Williams. I like Josh Williams, but hard to root against. Hard to say that this kid hasn't earned this thing. And again, on that restart, Taylor Gray had the best shot he's had in a long time, and he gets out in front, and then the 19 just runs into the back bumper and plows him up the track. I mean, it's a little bit of a dirty move on that part, but ultimately, that was 5 laps to go, and there was still a very good battle between the 99 and the 19 as they ran down this one, but ultimately Eckes clawed, scratched, and fought his way to this checkered flag as, again, massive congratulations there to Christian Eckes on getting this win to lock himself in. And again, nobody actually got spun out, despite me kind of insinuating that. And I'm certainly sure that NASCAR Twitter is going to be having some stuff to say about this one. Let's see. Yep, so they're going ahead and talking about this one. Yeah, tried wrecking everybody on his way. Yep, clean pass. Some people talking about this one. But, yeah, again, Christian Eckes absolutely earned this win tonight. But, yeah, definitely, I'm sure Taylor Gray's not happy with him. But, again, if you guys just came for the reaction to the race, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, as per usual, we will go through the full finishing order. So if you guys want to know where a certain driver finished, we will be going through the full finishing order. Not to mention, if anything happens post-race, we will be here for at least a few minutes. But yeah, again, if you guys just came for the race, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow in the Xfinity race. But again, we will be going through the full finishing order. So again, Eckes first, Ben Rhodes second. Good days for them. Chase Purdy. I thought, oh, and here we go. Yep, here comes Taylor Gray. 1 second. Hold the phone as Taylor Gray is marching himself towards Christian Eckes. You got media members trying to get a microphone in there, trying to follow with cameras. And again, we are just waiting to see what Taylor Gray is going to say or do here as we come down the end of this one. So again, he is marching his way towards him. He's got at least one crew member with a hand on his shoulder, kind of waiting. But let's see. Here he goes. Where is Eckes? That's going to be the question mark. Where is Eckes? Because we are not out of the clear tonight. We are definitely looking at a guy looking for a fight here. So let's see. What's it going to be? Again, the fact that NASCAR's also got a security guard already on site, you know that he wants to go ahead and have this conversation. And again, I want to see this. So let's see. What's it going to be here? Again, he is really, it's a long walk down the front straightaway here. But, yeah, so, again, Taylor Gray came home in the 4th position. 5th was Nick Sanchez. 6th, Lane Riggs, and here we go. He's finally gotten to the bench, to the bridge to cross over onto the pit lane. And let's see, where is Eckes at? All right, here we go. Oh, and here we go. We got the sky cam. Come on, where is Eckes? Where's Eckes at? Feel like we need a camera on Eckes at this point. Yeah, cameras all around Gray. I just can't, none that are. Oh, yep, here we go. Oh, say, Eckes' crew chief already getting in the way here. And, yeah, backing up. Yep. And here we go. There's the fight. And pointing fingers already, getting fingers in the face. And we got somebody's head right in the way. But, yeah, they're fighting this. They're arguing this one out, but they haven't started to. They didn't get physical with Che. I'll give them credit for that. They kept it civil on that one. I thought for sure that there was going to be a punch thrown here, but As there was definitely some language used, but no punches thrown. Which, hey, again, that's pretty impressive there. So again, we're gonna go ahead and finish out the running order. So again, Lane Riggs, sixth, seventh, Corey Heim, eighth, Tyler Ankrum, ninth, Grant Enfinger, and rounding out the top 10 will be Stuart Friesen. Ty Majeski comes home in the 11th position, just shy of the top 10. Again, he will be going to the championship 4, so I don't think he cares about missing out on a single top 10 here. Zilich comes home in the 12th position, 13th, Matt Crafton, 14th, William Sawalich, and rounding out your top 15, Dawson Sutton in the Rackley War truck. Bailey Curry comes home in the 40, and car number 41 comes home in the 16th position, 17th, Dean Thompson, 18th, Corey Day in the 81 truck. Matt Mills, back from injury, finishes as the last driver on the lead lap in 19th position. Jake Garcia, 1 lap behind the race, comes home in 20th place. Timmy Hill comes home 2 laps behind the race in 21st. Spencer Boyd coming home in 22nd position, 2 laps off the pace as well. And Lawless Allen also coming home 2 laps off the pace in 23rd. 24th place goes to Clayton Green in driving the number 22 truck, comes home 3 laps off the pace. Justin Carroll coming home 3 laps off the pace as well, driving his number 90 Toyota Tundra to 25th place and rounds out your top 25. Jack Wood comes home in the 26th position, 4 laps off the pace. Matthew Gould comes home 27th, 5 laps off the pace, as he was the first caution flag of the night. Brought out that early caution for contact. Then we got Johnny Sauter, 6 laps off the pace in the number 66 truck, coming home 28th. 29th for Tanner Gray, coming home 18 laps shy of the checkered flag after that big wreck there. Again, coming home in the 29th position. Brett Moffitt coming home 30th, as he was 1 lap behind Gray at the time of the wreck. So, massive hit for Brett Moffitt. Hope he's okay, but 19 laps down is where he finishes. Rajah Caruth comes home 31st, 21 laps off the pace. A really rough day for someone who theoretically could have pointed his way to the championship 4 if he had a good day and if Majeski had a slightly worse day. But 21 laps off the pace is Rajah Caruth, 31st finishing spot. Daniel Dye comes home in the 32nd position, 34 laps off the pace. Again, comes home 32nd. 33rd for Caden Honeycutt in the 45 truck, comes home 38 laps off the pace. Dylan Lupton in the 02 comes home 104 laps off the pace. Again, 34th place for him. Landon Lewis finishes the race in 35th place. That was a driver I didn't even piece it together, but Landon Lewis was the driver that impressed me in the ARCA Menard Series race at Bristol. Nice to see him actually getting a Truck Series opportunity. I didn't realize that was the same Landon Lewis, but yeah, 118 laps down after a mechanical failure on his Tory racing truck. Looking forward to hopefully getting to see him race again here very soon. And Norm Benning rounds out your 36 truck field here, 138 laps off the pace for the number 6 of Norm Benning. And that will round out your Truck Series field here tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did enjoy this NASCAR Truck Series broadcast, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video, live stream, whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your night. Have a great night, everybody. And again, I will be back tomorrow around 3:45 Eastern time for the NASCAR Xfinity Series race. The race itself is scheduled to go on the air at 4. We'll be going on the air about 15 minutes before, so hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we will see you guys there. But until next time, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next video, live stream, whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your night. Have a great night, everybody, and goodbye!